Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Webby Ketchup, and welcome to episode 5 of my Minecraft 1.21 Let's Play series. So, I don't know if you guys noticed this right away, but you might notice that there's a couple things here that look a little bit different, like the dirt and all of my leaves. They're bushy now, and my birch leaves are a different shade of pink, which I actually like a lot better because they match with the cherry leaves a lot better. But that's not it, because also my lily pads are different. And there are just so many new textures that I've got, and I am absolutely loving it. I just installed the Stay True texture pack, and I've had it on for about 5 minutes, and I love it so much. Look at how good the wheat is. And I talked about this, I think, in like episode 1 or 2 about how I wanted to get a flower texture to get different colored flowers. And here they are. Look at how cool these are. I love especially this one right here. It is so cute. But yeah, now I also finally have the bushy leaves texture. I've been wanting this for so long, and I am just so happy with it. I love how it makes all of the wood look, and just, oh my goodness, I'm very happy. But there is actually a reason why I decided to download this for this episode, and that is because I want to start working on a real farm. As you can see along my entire river, it's just wheat and sugarcane, and yeah, it looks cute, but I want an established area for my crops. Also, my sheep and pigs and cows have just kind of been sitting here, and I also want a place for them, so I think we're also going to be building a barn today. And I know back here it's a relatively flat area, so I think putting my barn somewhere around here and then surrounding it with crop fields would be really, really cool. But I need to find the perfect place first. Also, look at how cute this mushroom texture is. Oh my goodness, it looks so cute! I can't wait to get Silk Touch on an axe so I can actually start building with it. I also love that you can see the wizard tower from like any angle of this world now. You know, I actually think that where I slept would be a pretty good place to build this barn. So I think if I get rid of all of this unnecessary dirt and trees, and then kind of fill in and terraform this water over here, I think this could make a great place for a barn and some crop fields. But my unenchanted diamond shovel is at half durability, so I am at level 30, so maybe we can go and try to enchant it. I know I just said that I want to enchant my axe with Silk Touch, but I think that I should probably go with my shovel. I don't know, we'll see, maybe not. Also, I want to fix this. I want to fix this area here because I always walk through this and it's just so like cramped. So I need to make that like an actual path. Wait, this spruce door is so cool. Oh my god, I love it. Look at the bookshelves. Oh my gosh, I love all of these textures. I love how the chests look. They just look so smooth. I don't know, this is... I don't know if this is gonna make any sense to anyone, but like I kind of want to eat it. Please let me know if you feel the same. Okay, you know what? Let's also grab a book or two to see maybe if we can get something on there. But let's check the shovel first. Unbreaking 3. Honestly, that's kind of what I need right now. This is also Unbreaking 3. Okay. What about a book? Let's try a book. Fire aspect, Unbreaking. Okay. Is it going to be different if I change the book? No. Okay. Because we're probably going to be doing more terraforming than chopping, I think we're going to do the shovel. Let's do the shovel. Jesus. Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. So, I mean, that's fine. Well, you know it's about time to start building and working when it starts raining. So, let's get to terraforming and chopping down some trees. Okay, so I've carved out a good amount of space. Am I probably gonna need more space in this? Yes, but one thing that I've wanted to try to do is to keep as many trees as possible instead of just like clearing out this entire area, because I want this place to still have that greenery surrounding it. And yeah, I probably could just plant trees again. But I want to try just leaving them, especially the mushrooms, because actually, no, I can grow mushrooms. You know what? I don't know why I'm leaving the trees, but I just am. Maybe it's because my axe is almost broken. Maybe I should have enchanted that instead. It's fine. Now, when it comes to materials, there is quite a bit of materials that I need to gather, but one of them is, where is it? Copper. I want to make the roof out of oxidized copper, so I actually need to smelt all of these and then make them into blocks and then lay them out so that they can oxidize. But first I need to clean up my inventory a little bit. I only have 6 pieces of copper right now, so I think I'm just gonna lay these out somewhere over here to get them started on oxidizing, and then I will craft up the rest once they're done smelting. While I wait for the rest of my copper to smelt up, I am going to go and head down to the zombie farm just to kill some time and get some levels so that hopefully I can get Unbreaking 3 and hopefully some other chants specifically, and hopefully Silk Touch. So I can get that on my axe because she is not looking too good. I really need to get mending soon, huh? Well, I can't do that today. I have too much on my plate, but probably next episode we'll work on that. All right, so I have finished laying out all of my copper blocks, and yeah, they are kind of just spread out like all over the place. As you can see, I only have one block that's fully oxidized. So I mean, I guess we could just pick it up now, but yeah, this one's close, and there's a few others that are like halfway there, but yeah, we're gonna have to let this sit for a bit. But I am at level 33, so I think I'm gonna try my hand at enchanting again. And I think for this, I am gonna create a new axe just because this one is so dead and I don't have mending. I think I'm gonna just make a new one, and then I could possibly like double the chances. Not double, but I'll have a better possibility of getting Silk Touch. I'm not really too worried about wasting my diamonds anymore because I do have full diamond armor and tools. There's really nothing else I need diamonds for, so I don't feel bad about making a second axe. All right, so let's check it out. Unbreaking 3. Does it change? Still Unbreaking 3. Okay. I do have 33 levels, so I do have 2 chances. So let's try Unbreaking 3 here. That would have been so great if it was a pickaxe, but it's not. So let's try this. Please, please, please be Silk Touch. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I wish I could just like get the fortune off of this. I'm just gonna combine them for now. And okay, 8 or 20. Crazy XP difference there. Yeah. Anyways, at least now I have a better axe, so cutting down trees and building is going to be a lot easier. So even though it's Fortune 3, I'm happy with it, kind of. Okay, so I've gathered a good amount of copper, but there is still some that is oxidizing. Luckily, this one is finally done. And this one. But there are still a few more materials that I need to go and grab before we can get started and work on this barn. I definitely need some cherry and some dark oak. And I don't have a lot of white terracotta, but I do have a lot of regular terracotta, so I can probably dye some of that as well. And I also want to make all of these. Actually, before I do that, can I make these into slabs after they're already... Okay, good. Just making sure. I am going to make all of those into oxidized cut copper. Now, I'm unsure if I'm going to use it in this specific build, but I do know that I'm going to use it somewhere, and that is warped wood. So I think I'm going to head into the Nether and try to find some warped wood because I love the warped wood color. And I tried using it in my last season and it really just didn't work out, but I want to try and use it again. So let's just see and hope that we can find a warped forest. I don't know exactly which way to go. I really do not like this, but I think I'm gonna try and go somewhere like up there and see if I can find a warped forest. Okay, I am out of the Crimson Forest, but I don't know if there's a way to go where I can avoid continuing to walk in the Crimson Forest, because I don't want to be there because I saw some hoglins and I mean I was able to avoid them, but I don't want to see them again. And it doesn't really seem like that's a possibility. So it seems like I'm gonna have to go around and hopefully I can avoid the mean little Poombas. There is a Pumbaa right there, and oh, good, he's attacking him. Yay! Oh. Okay, I might just let them take care of that. Oh, I don't like that at all. No. Maybe there's a different way I can go. Okay, what if I just like break through here, so then hopefully I can get around the Crimson Forest and maybe I'll find my way into a warped forest. I don't know, but this seems like a better and more safe option rather than going through a Crimson Forest. Oh, I've broken somewhere. Where is that exactly? I don't know. Doesn't really look like there's a way out of here. Let's just keep geez, or don't keep going. That's not very cool. Maybe if I go a little this way, I won't hit lava. Okay, I've broken out somewhere new again. Can I see a warped forest at all? Okay, this is good. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I need to carefully just get over this little area here. And then I can get my wood. I feel so much safer just standing in the blue right now. This is good. Let's get as much of this as we can, or I guess as we feel like. Okay, that's about as much of being in the Nether that I can stand. So we are gonna head on back home and oh, did you guys see that? Oh my God, that was almost like detrimental. God, I hate the Nether. I hate the Nether. I have a general idea of what I want this barn to look like, but it's really just only in my brain. So I am just hoping that I can execute it well enough and that it looks good. So I guess the only thing left to do is to get building. Haha, just kidding. So actually I lost the entire time lapse of me building the barn, which is super cool. Love when that happens. You know, the entire meat and potatoes of the build, but it's fine. So I decided, you know what, instead of showing you how I built it, I'm going to explain what was going through my head while I was building it. So like I mentioned, I had this like vision in my head of how I wanted this to look, and it didn't execute perfectly. I wanted to have like a circle window in like the top of the front face of the build, but because the top of it was only 3 wide, I didn't want the like stairs that would be shaping the window to like collide with the roof. So I was like, you know what? No, let's forego that. It's fine. I kind of wish I was able to make it work, but it just was not working. As for the color palette, I was really inspired by people like Sparkle Egg and Brookella. I got the idea from Brookella for the white terracotta to cherry planks to cherry logs because she did that in, I believe it's her most recent video of the guild, where she did her flower underground like storage area, and she used that for the walls, and I was like, that is so cool, I need to do that. And then I got the idea of doing copper for the roofs with a little bit of warped wood in there from Sparkle Egg, because when I think of Sparkle Egg, the color palette that comes to my mind is like cherry and copper. I feel like she did that a lot in her survival world and I loved it. So I've never built with copper, so I figured, you know what, might as well try it now. And I did feel like there was something missing like in the front of the build. I wanted to try and add a beam, and I actually did try to add a beam in the front, but it kind of blocked off the gradient. So I took it out, and once I added in like the vines and the leaves, I was like, yeah, this is fine. It looked good. But yeah, it was not what I originally envisioned, but I am really, really happy with it. So after that, I started working on some details, especially on the inside, like adding in these dark oak pillars, which I thought were very like barn-esque. So I added them horizontally across the top, and then I added them down as well, as you can see here on the sides, and that's what it looked like. And I was like, it needs a bit more. So I went up to the top and I connected it all the way up to the ceiling on both sides, and then connected a chain with a lantern to give it some light. And then I just connected all of those beams to each other and the other walls. And then of course added some lanterns. Then I went in and used the fences to make little animal pens, and I separated them into 4 separate pens for all the animals, and I did do that on both sides. And then of course I had to add in the gates. And because this is a barn, I obviously had to add in some hay bales all the way against the back wall. Then it was time to start working on the path because grass was just not cutting it. So I started off by just carving out a little outline for where I wanted the path to go. And then I started off with the moss block to kind of place where I want the moss because it is a lot more scarce. And of course I did have to take a little break to mine some coal. And then I started off again with my packed mud. And then I started doing the bricks, and then I was like, you know what? I should probably put in the rooted dirt. So that's what I did. I added in the rooted dirt, and then I finished off by adding in the packed mud bricks. Then it was time to add in the fencing that borders the path, and then adding in some leaves in between all of those fences, starting with birch leaves, then going to flowering azalea leaves, and then just regular azalea leaves. Then I added in all 3 of the tall flowers because I love how they look now with this new texture pack. I think that they are just so pretty. I mean, they were pretty before, but now they are like especially pretty, especially the roses when they're a different color than just red. I love it. Then of course I had to add in some lanterns, and yeah, that was pretty much it. All right, and here is the finished path and barn, and I think it looks really cute. For a bit I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's missing something, but once I added all of the greenery, I think it looks a lot better. If you guys have any suggestions for what I should do for this barn, please let me know because that would be really awesome. But inside here I have 4 pens. They are kind of small, but it's fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. And yeah, now what I want to do is start mapping out where I want all of my farms to go. I know I want one here, and I want to put one here as well. And then I'll put another one right here, and then one more right here. And I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to map out with my shovel where I want like the borders of it to go. So probably just something like this. And now I'm gonna go and map out the other 3. All right, now I've got a couple of stones, my usual texturing and detailing stones, and I'm gonna do a wall around all of my crop fields using these stones, and then also using some leaves as well. And then I have stairs and slabs to texture it up later, but I just want to get the base of this circle down. So I started just by placing some different blocks around in just kind of a random order using pretty much all of the blocks I brought. I started off just by doing the blocks and we go in and texture it later. But after the blocks, I went in with my 3 leaf types, which are the birch, the flowering azalea, and the normal azalea. And I started just by putting them down right next to the stones, but then as you'll see in just a second, I go in and I add them also to the tops of all of the stones, which I thought made it look like, honestly, I don't know what exactly it made it look like, but it made it look really pretty. And then I went in with my stairs and my slabs and I just added different height variations to all of the different blocks. I didn't do it for every block, but I did do it for a good amount of them. Then it was time to hoe down all of the grass, so I placed a water bucket down and then I just started by doing a 4x4 line and filling in everything in the middle. Then it was time to place all of the different crops I had. I mentioned this a little bit later, but I did not have beetroot, so I actually end up doing 2 different wheat fields, which I mean, once you see it, and you kind of might have already seen it, but it looks so pretty. Then I broke the sheep out of their pen and it was pretty crazy trying to get them all in, and there were a lot of people that didn't make it in the pen and I needed food, so this happened. Then it was time to move the cows in and the pigs, of course, and then I went out into the wild to find some chickens and I brought them back into the barn. So now with all of my animals in their respective pens, I kind of want to connect the rest of this path up to my house. So I'm going to take my shovel and just mark out with path blocks like a relatively rough estimate of where exactly I want the path to go. So maybe we'll curve it around these trees, and I think instead of going this way, I think we should take it this way maybe, and then we can have the path split going this way and connecting it up here once I terraform a bit, and then having the other one somehow connect this way too, as well as needing a bit more terraforming. I do think I should get another shovel going. I don't have level 30, but maybe I can enchant it with something and we can see if it'll work. I always forget where I keep my stuff here. I don't know why I grabbed 3 diamonds as if I was making a pickaxe. I'm not. I'm making a shovel. So let's just head on up here and see what we could get with only 22 levels. Okay, Unbreaking 3. It's probably only going to be Unbreaking 3, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I am not upset at this at all. Oh my god, it's only Efficiency 3, but having Silk Touch on the shovel is literally what I've been wanting. So I am very, very happy with this. And we can always up the efficiency later on. And honestly, sometimes I feel like Efficiency 5 and sometimes even Efficiency 4 is just way too fast for a shovel. So I don't know, maybe Efficiency 3 will be good, but I don't know. Let's try it out by just cleaning this up first a little bit. Okay, so it's probably not my ideal efficiency, but you know what? It is good. So it definitely destroys dirt faster than it destroys grass, which I actually didn't know about. I thought they destroyed the same way. I guess I just never noticed, but that's pretty cool. All right, and now it's time to start carving out the rest of the path. You guys, I love this path. It feels so magical going through the trees and everything and all of the mushrooms and the hanging lanterns. I love this so much. Also, something else that I love is the crops are finally starting to come in, and look how cute the carrots look when they are full grown. They've got little flowers on them and I love it. And same with the potatoes. They also get little flowers when they're fully grown and it is just so cute. I love it. Okay, I can almost fill out the entire plot with potatoes, but the carrots are fully planted. And the wheat, I swear, just looks so cool. I actually have 2 wheat fields. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I do have 2 wheat fields because I don't have any beetroots yet, and 2, I love the way the wheat looks, so if I get beetroots, I'm probably going to replace this one here with beetroots, but for now, it is just going to stay as 2 wheat plots. I really like the fact that with this path, I kept pretty much all of the trees in order to make the path, because that's not something I did on my last series. I took out like all the trees in order to make a path, and I really like the fact that it's a lot more foresty. I just think it looks so much more magical having trees here and being able to hang like glowberries from these dark oak trees, which I've done in a couple places, but also being able to hang the lanterns just makes it look so cute. And then of course, leaving in the trees surrounding my build just gives it a lot more atmosphere and makes it feel just so much more placed into the world instead of just like randomly sitting there like it doesn't belong. But that is all the time we have for today, so thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas of what I should do in the next episode, please let me know, but I will catch up with you guys later. Bye!